Tyler, you'd hate to let any feet pics get out there for free.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna sell them, right? Like I need to.
You got to commit.
Just put them on Twitter.
Yeah, I guess I could since they're allowing that stuff now.
What is up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome back to another episode of the With the Fanboy Show, where you're not seeing any of our feet tonight because we all have socks or shoes on.
Hanes.
Fruit of the Loom over here. Tyler, what brand?
Spider.
Oh, Spider. All right.
It's an outdoor brand.
Very nice.
Spider.
Spider.
You've seen their logo probably everywhere. You're just not thinking about it.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
I got them at Marshall's, baby.
I hear
super cheap.
I hear Spider, and I think of those reverse tricycles for grown-ups.
I hear Spider, and I think of the dude from oh my gosh, I just lost it. The Jack Black movie. Where he teaches.
School
School
of
of
Rock.
Rock?
School of Rock. He has that weird shirt on that cuts out everything but his neck.
That's right.
He replaced Jack Black in his own band. Jerk Spider. Get out of here.
Get out of here, Spider.
Hate that guy.
Yeah, he's the worst. But yeah, we're back this week. Before we jump into anything, Luke,
High Five
trailers?
Rush 2.
Ooh. Just so you can get the studio back up.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got some trailers.
Classic Guitar Hero.
Ooh. Look, you're going to hear us randomly
yeah.
drop names of games, video games this week. That was from a conversation that happened before the show. Maybe we'll make a little fan box question.
Yeah,
Maybe
add
we'll
it
clue
on.
you guys in on the secret.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Please. First trailer I have is for The Bear, which releases, I don't know, in the next week or so.
Yeah.
They finally had an actual trailer. The show is amazing. Didn't need a trailer, but the trailer is amazing. And I'm super excited. It is super interesting too, because like somebody tweeted out, man, the show's about overcoming all this stuff, alcoholism and overworking and working conditions, blah blah blah, stuff like that. It's like, this is not a comedy, and so people have just been retweeting it about all the funny stuff in The Bear, and it's like, oh yeah, this is a really funny show, but it's super depressing too.
At the same time, yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Both
when
of
you
these
were-
things can be true.
I remember when you were giving like a brief kind of overview of the show, and you were like, "Yeah, it's a comedy, but like
It's so stressful.
it's not."
Like, this probably here in the next couple weeks. No. Well, maybe. Emmy nominations will probably be here pretty soon, I bet.
Oh, probably.
We're probably going to get a nomination for Jamie Lee Curtis because of her episode in The Bear Season 2.
She'll probably win too.
She'll probably win.
Yeah.
That episode was insane, and it was kind of terrifying, and it was super sad. But it was also very funny.
I really want to watch that show. I've just not gotten around to it.
You should.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's still definitely one that I have to be in the mood for. Like, because you just never know how stressed out you're going to get.
Oh, I know.
Any episode you go
I
into,
know.
you have to be willing to be like, okay, I need to be okay with my heart rate being at above 120 for 10 minutes.
I know at the end of each episode I'm going to go, oh my god, why would you do that? Oh no. Yeah, great show. Another great show, getting its final season, The Umbrella Academy.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm excited for this. I forgot they were getting another season. And I really liked season 3. Well, I've liked all the seasons, but yeah, this looks really good.
Sweet.
Am I the only one who watches Umbrella Academy?
I think
Yeah.
so. I think
My wife does, and
My wife.
My wife.
so she's excited for it too.
I think I
Awesome.
watched season 1 and liked it.
I guess
And
I'll
then-
just, yeah. I'll have to talk to your wife about it, I guess.
Go for it.
Another trailer we got. This was a weird trailer. Tomb Raider: Legend of Lara Croft,
The anime.
the anime.
Yeah.
It was like 40 seconds long. The animation looks great.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looks like a lot of fun. Haley Atwell is voicing Lara. she doesn't say a word in it. It's just like her grunting
Yeah, like
and like getting punched and going ugh, or landing and going ah.
Yeah.
Like
which is weird because
It
the
was just-
trailer was just accompanying the announcement of who was voicing her.
Yeah.
And they're like,
it's like why would you not
Yeah.
at least give
Are
her
we
a
not
line at the
gonna-
end? It's like I'm Laura.
Yeah.
Like, great. But I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
look
think it
forward
looks
to
like
this.
a lot of fun.
Weird trailer. Still excited for very excited for the project.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
I forgot to watch this one, but I wrote it down. Wolves.
Yeah.
I think it's wolves.
It's kind of an
F,
interesting
not a V.
idea. Did you watch
Why
this
am I not
trailer?
remembering this one?
This is the Brad Pitt and
George Clooney.
Oh,
George Clooney.
yeah, yeah,
They're both
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
fixers and they
Uh-huh.
get hired for the same job.
Yes. Yes.
My
I didn't watch.
stomach's
No, I
making
still
a-
didn't. I know what you're talking about. I didn't watch it, so I can't comment on it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I wrote it down so I'd watch it.
And then,
And
and
then I
then we didn't
forgot.
watch it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Brad Pitt's not in the best news cycle right now, so kind of weird
Mm,
for him to have a trailer drop this week.
yeah. Try to spin some positive PR up.
I guess.
Did he actually kill that woman in Tarantino's movie?
I don't know. His kids are like speaking out against him. One of his kids dropping
Changing
his
his
name.
name. Yeah.
It's just. Eesh.
I mean, would you want your last name to be Pitt anyway?
Apparently, he like abused his kids and stuff.
Good lord.
So that's why all of his kids have removed their name or his name when they turn 18. So this is just the next one.
Yeah.
It's weird they have to turn 18 to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
an
The rule.
odd deal.
I don't know the rules though. Moana 2.
This trailer came out.
This trailer came out. I'm very excited for this movie because I love the first Moana, and that's really it.
Yeah. Yep.
I like the animation, I guess. But
Yeah.
I'm a little
It
nervous.
looks pretty.
It looks better than I expected it to,
Yeah.
based on the whole
This was a
speculation
show. Yeah.
that this was going to be a show, and then it's being turned into a movie, and we're maybe getting voice actors back. Like the show wasn't going to have the original voice actors, but we're getting them back for this now. Actually, all that said, this looked surprisingly well put together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched it.
I still am not like super here for it, just because going into, and we will maybe talk about this later, but because there was some news about with like Pixar and like their direction that they're going, but my guess is that's Disney Animation too, which is sequels. That's all we're gonna do.
Well, that's what Iger's been back for a while. That's his thing.
that is his thing. You're not wrong.
I'm excited. I watched this one with Bryn,
Oh, I bet she loved it.
and we were watching it. And she was, bopping her head and
Yeah.
enjoying it. And then when Maui pops up as the shark before he turns into the bird or
Mhm.
whatever, she was like, oh, "Shark!" And then he pops up, and man, she just freaked out. Maui! And I was like, "See, this is awesome!" Like,
That's cool.
Of
I'm-
course,
I'm very
Dwayne The Rock
excited.
Johnson's character showed up late in that trailer.
yeah, yep, yep.
But yeah, the other thing that I will just always like is the music.
Yeah.
The Moana soundtrack is fantastic. So yeah, at the beginning when it's just showing the ocean, it's the soft music. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I like that.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed Lynn isn't back, but I'm sure it'll still be fine.
Yeah.
Was there any movies or other TV shows that you guys had? The rest I have are games.
Oh yeah, there was one that dropped today.
Oh, that's right.
Venom: The Last Dance.
Venom.
Oh yeah,
Eddie, you want to have this dance with me?
Dude, he danced in the trailer too.
He did. They did.
He danced
They
with
danced
the
together.
grocery store lady.
yeah. That looks like it's gonna be a weird sequence.
This whole movie looks like
Weird sequences.
weird. You know what? But you know what I'll say though.
The horse sequence was awesome.
Props for
The horse
them
thing is
for
pretty
just
wild.
leaning into the weird. The
Yeah.
horse thing is the perfect example of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Like, let's see some like really weird symbiote stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was the least boring part of the trailer for me. What's the horse?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was like,
Let
this is different.
The invading symbiotes look dull as generic as all get out. Honestly, you know what they remind me of? They were like a cross between mimics from Live Die Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow, and what was that Chris Pratt movie where
The Tomorrow War.
J.K.
Oh,
Simmons
yeah.
was his dad, and like now I guess my assumption would be that the symbiotes are going to be way more diverse than just the one we saw, but maybe not.
Bro,
I don't know. I
they're
was just
saving
like,
it.
okay, it's the
They're
thing.
saving it for the
thing.
final trailer where they spoil everything, guys.
That's fair. That's fair. I am with you, Tyler. More so, like I don't love the Venom movies.
No.
I don't think this looks all that different. That said, I guess congrats on getting a trilogy of weird Venom movies.
Yeah.
Like
No.
they were successful enough to do that.
Well, I don't think it, like, the clarifier we had in the group chat, like, I don't think it looks bad. I just think it looks boring.
Sure.
Like, it doesn't look like it's doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Doesn't move the needle at all for me. I'll see it,
Yeah.
but I'm not, like, this doesn't make me more excited.
Sure.
Oh, it didn't get me more excited, but like I thought there was just fun bits in the trailer, and I like how they actually feel like they have a symbiotic relationship now. They're not just arguing with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So at least maybe there is some character development they did in those movies.
There's a chance.
It's like, okay, yeah, I'll be the vigilante finding the dog kidnappers, and you can bite their heads off.
Yeah.
Deal. Like,
Yeah. I'll
Like
deal with
instead
the
of-
upset stomach.
I want to eat the cat. I want to eat the chicken. I want to eat the. It's like, oh, shut up! I'm trying to talk to my girlfriend.
I need the lobster.
I do want.
Oh, Michelle Williams is not in this too, which I think
No.
is good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Like, let's-
Probably
move
good.
on.
Probably good for us too, in terms of like we don't need more of that. Like, we don't need to recycle the like love trope again.
Oh, but we will. With the gas station lady.
With the
It could work. It could work.
But it's Venom's thing.
But
It's
we can
not-
Dude,
let-
she's the only one that actually understands Eddie and Venom.
Yeah, it's
But
not
this
Eddie's
will-
thing. It's
this
Venom's
will
thing.
allow-
He's in love with her.
Michelle Williams being out of the picture means that this will allow Venom and Eddie's romance to finally blossom.
Yeah, I guess their bromance.
Their bromance.
Yep. I mean, it is Pride Month.
Romance.
Was there any more?
Not that I have written down.
Figured I should ask again since I forgot like the biggest trailer. All right, gaming trailer. Something I'm very excited for, which comes out in 14 hours. Destiny 2: The Final Shape had a launch trailer last week, and it was incredible.
It was awesome. Legitimately good trailer that made me be like, maybe I'll like hop back on. And then I hopped back on and played with Luke for like 5 hours last night. Maybe not that long.
Nah.
Like 3.
You got off, and I was like, hey, where are you going? Where are you going?
Come back.
Come back, please.
Please. Please.
So yeah, it's a really good trailer. I'm really excited to see what they do with the characters. This was a very character-driven trailer. Lots of cinematics in the Final Shape, and it clearly is like really digging deep into who the Vanguard are. This is the conclusion to the Light and Darkness saga, but at the same time, it looks like they're trying to accomplish something with that core team who's been leading us in defense of the Last City for 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and my expectations are super weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I think it looks really good. But I think I'm really tempering them to, I hope it's just satisfying.
Yeah.
Like, I just hope at the end of it I go, good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they did it. We did it.
Yeah.
It's accomplished, and I'm not bummed out like I was at the end of Lightfall, where all I had was just questions. Like, we actually need to wrap things up.
Yeah.
Not everything, just the main problem.
Yeah.
So,
I wanted to ask, because I did not watch this trailer, but
we're watching it after. It is.
how do we feel about
lit.
Keith David? Did he do good?
Yes.
in
With the voice.
in the trailer. It's not trying to be Lance Reddick.
Yeah, because I've heard a few clips and I was like, actually, I kind of like this. Like, I think it sounds pretty good.
I think he sounds great.
I think he
Yeah.
sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he has the mannerisms of Zavala, but he's not trying to do a Lance Reddick impersonation,
Yeah.
right? Like
Mhm.
he's just being Keith David.
Well, and I
that's,
think
and
if
that's what he
there-
should try to do.
I think if there was a voice actor who could step into those shoes and do that, it's him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, anybody else, I think, would have tried to do the Lance Reddick thing.
Yeah.
And Keith
Well-
David's like, I'm Keith David.
Yeah. Well,
And not like disrespectfully.
no,
but,
no.
like,
But there was a whole thing around the time of Forsaken when Nolan North
Yeah.
did Cade 6. And it's like, Nathan Fillion just didn't even like, the man's still working. Like, let's give him a call. I mean, really?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on here?
Ironically, I didn't even notice when I played, and I just went straight through it all.
Yeah.
And I remember you told me that, and I was like, "What?
What?
Guess I just wasn't paying attention."
You-
but he's back now.
you weren't.
He's back now.
He is back.
Oh, I notice it now.
Yeah.
It's very obvious to notice now. I was too busy crying because he got shot in the face. Or the ghost.
And then the face.
No, he got shot in the chest right here. 'Cause he talks to you. He's like, "You got this, kid." But X over the eyes.
Fair enough.
It's very anime, you know.
and a little, like, teardrop thing. And then the teardrop comes out.
And then he said, "Ooh woo."
Destiny really changed over the years.
Yeah.
The original scene
And then
got
Shadowkeep came out and everything got dark.
Yeah,
That was
that's
part of the cat ears update. is
Yeah.
when they did that.
I have that emote.
I know you do.
I use it all the time. It's a great form of communication for when you're not using a mic with other blueberries. I have 3 of the State of Play trailers written down. I didn't know if we were doing a separate thing for that.
No, I mean, like, we just kind of roll into
I
that.
think you can hit those and then roll into.
We don't really
SGF.
have we don't
Yeah.
have a main review topic tonight, so we'll
Move into
these
State of Play.
trailers and move right into State of Play.
God, State of Play sucked, man. It was filled with nothing, unless you're a Monster Hunter fan, I'd say. But
I would say, like, it's really funny because I'm not like a big Monster Hunter fan, but of all the games shown, it's like the one I was like, I'd maybe try that out.
Yeah.
And Astrobot looks cool, but I'm not gonna spend $70 to play that.
Yeah.
that game was free with my PS5.
Exactly.
I didn't even beat it.
But Astrobot's being received super well, like online. People are very excited. Very excited, which I think is great for those people.
Man, $70 is
Claire
nuts,
spent so
though.
much time on that Astrobot demo.
Enjoy Astrobot this September.
Experience how the controller feels in your hands.
If
We're
it's-
definitely at that point where she's like, we don't buy like new games for her all the time, but she beats them fairly quickly and then just spends hours replaying them and doesn't seem to care. Which I'm like, that's great.
That's
what
awesome.
we did as kids.
Yeah.
Does she want to? She can play my Armored Core. That might
Oh.
keep her occupied.
That would
for a
probably
while.
keep her occupied for a while. I was thinking Last of Us. Maybe just
yeah.
move her right into that. You
Just
know,
throw depression into her life now. Yeah.
Yeah. Might as well start early.
I'm
This is what it likes to feel sad, child.
I want her to know how to deal with it.
Yeah. Right. Or not deal with it.
Or yeah, this is what happens when you don't deal with things.
Yeah. I think the big one though, Luke, is the other one,
The Concord.
the Concord thing. So, do we rate like the 2 trailers?
I would rate the overall impression.
The overall impression of Concord for me is bad. I am not excited at all for this.
I will rate this as a looks fun. I don't know who this is for. Like, I know who it's for. I'm surprised that it's being made in 2024.
I was very excited for the single player heist game we got in the trailer. I was like, man, this is gonna be
the
fun.
trailer was awesome.
I'm digging this.
It's just not
And
what
then
the
they're-
game is.
Then Firewalk comes on and they're like, it's a 5v5 hero shooter. And I was like, oh. Well, never mind. This isn't exciting.
I feel like they saw the success of Overwatch and they're like, we want to do something like that. And then Guardians of the Galaxy came out and they're like, that was cool. Let's do a cutscene of that. And just ignored the rest of the game. And I know like it takes a long time to make games, but like man, yeah, this
feels like it was green
this announcement was just like,
yeah, they
okay.
opened the show with it too,
Yeah.
which is brutal. It feels like this was greenlit 5 years ago.
It was.
Yeah.
This is primarily a team that's made up of primarily Bungie devs, who stepped away after like Forsaken, and some have peeled off since then and come to the studio, but it does, like, you can tell it has the vibes of, you're right, Overwatch is the thing that it's going to be compared to the most. And look, on PC, those like hero shooters I think do well.
Yeah.
There's a niche for them, and what I feel like I see is some of those things like Destiny abilities and movement things, and it's like, how do we take these things that we've played in a sandbox with in Destiny for 5 years at that point and make this into something that's a little more controlled, not so much having to balance every 3 months for new weapons and new abilities and tweaking things, but rather like, how do we make a really well-defined character with really cool abilities and just let them have fun? Like, that's the character. And so I can see how this game kind of took shape from all these pieces of inspiration, but especially on consoles, like, I just don't know if this is gonna. I don't know. It's the pessimistic. I want to be positive, right? I want to say like there's light at the end of the tunnel, but I just don't see it.
I think it's DOA.
the only way can see it being successful is if it's free.
That's yeah.
It will be hot for 2 weeks and then go away.
Yeah, I mean they've announced the pre-orders, so we know it's going to cost something.
Yeah.
And that's if it's good too. Like
Right.
the finals was good. That's why it popped off for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the other issue. The very next thing they showed was Marvel Rivals, which is very popular right now, and it's the same
Dude,
space.
Yeah.
That was so
Yeah.
funny.
And it's like, that's the better version of the same game you're making. And they just copied the other one. It's just Marvel characters. And so I was listening to Kinda Funny, and they were talking about how, like, Concord was like, we're going to do cinematics every week and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I want to get involved with these characters. I want to like these characters, but I don't care once I'm in the match. Like, it doesn't do anything, right?
Right.
Whereas
Dude,
Marvel
they're gonna-
Rivals, the Marvel characters,
Yeah.
right?
Give me a
Like,
cutscene every week. 'Cause that'll make you care, right?
no.
It's also so expensive.
And then you have to hope
Yeah, that's not gonna last.
Yeah, it's not scalable at all.
I can't believe they said that. It's
Yeah.
like, you know what happens when you stop?
Yeah.
Your fan base is gonna
let you know about
let
it.
you know about it.
Yeah, but like Marvel Rivals is super popular right now on PC, and people are loving it. And you show that right after you show the same kind of game, and it's like, well, why wouldn't I just play that one?
Yeah.
Right? Like, that one's already got a player base. It's already got characters I know. It's just, I don't know, man. It was so bizarre to me.
Dude, I can't believe that nobody has replicated what Guardians of the Galaxy game did.
Seriously.
Like, hey, here's a team that you play. You control one, but you control what the other ones do, and it works super well and has a great story. Like, I already knew what the game was because you guys told me, but if I was watching that opening cinematic thing they give you, it's like, oh, they're probably going to try and do what the Guardians of the Galaxy game did.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
exact vibe
It
I
has
thought it was.
it has that vibe.
And
That's
even
exactly
like
what I
the
thought it
characters are
was.
pretty much exactly the
Yeah.
same. And then, dude, that game was so awesome, and it gets no love, and it didn't sell well,
Dude,
which I don't understand.
So good.
That game was awesome.
I remember you started it and you were like, yes. And I was like, okay.
I
don't
just
know. I have
think
that game on disc.
I think I borrowed yours, didn't I?
I have no idea.
Yeah. No, we're just in a weird place
Just know I
where
beat it and I loved it.
you've got, studios, developers trying to sell you, sell $70 games to compete against free to play games. And just the it's just hard. I don't know. I get it.
And new studios competing with mega
Yeah.
studios that have been around for years with huge fan bases.
Yep. And no one is, and doesn't feel like anyone's safe though still somehow. Because you can have made, a bunch of games or been support for, a team for years and years and years, and as soon as someone buys you out, you're gone.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Boo.
Anyways.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other games I don't even remember. The three big ones were Concord, Monster Hunter, and Astrobot, in my opinion.
No.
Oh, Silent Hill.
Dude, that game still looks bad. In a world where, like, the Resident Evil remakes look so good, this looks so bad. I don't understand, man. And I know there's people that are pumped for this, and I hope you're still excited, but this does not look good. I just think it looks terrible. Sorry.
There was another.
I'm the negative one tonight. This is weird.
All good, man. Someone's got to do it.
There was another new Souls-like.
Yeah.
There's a new Souls-like announced every month.
Where winds...
Wind? Where
Meet?
winds wind?
Something. Where winds meet, maybe?
Or the winds be winding. They're winding.
It be winding out there.
They're winding around on Wednesday.
You won't wind in this one. Yeah. I don't know. I thought Monster Hunter, is it Wilds? Is that the name of it?
I think so.
I thought Monster Hunter Wilds I thought it was the best showing. I think it looks interesting. Coming out of that, it's probably the one game I would think to myself, like, oh, I'd probably play this. And I may check it out when it comes out. It depends when it comes out and what's going on in the gaming world. But, yeah.
Dude,
I don't think it looks bad.
I've never played a Monster Hunter game. I see the giant weapons they swing around.
It's super laboring and, yeah.
I just find it so goofy looking.
Oh, yeah. It's a goofy game.
Okay, it is?
Yes.
Like, is it funny?
It's your companion is called a palico, like a cat. And it follows you around. You get to customize it, and you get to build armor for him, and he just chases you and helps you fight. And dude, it's a super goofy game.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah,
But I'll probably never play one.
I don't think you'd like it very much. They do have a story, but it's not
I do like
much
stories.
to write home about.
I also always think about the Paul Anderson movie.
Oh,
Jovovich's husband. She was in it too, I guess, but she's in all of his movies.
yeah, where it's like they have these giant swords.
And Tony Jaa.
There's like all these giant swords and stuff, and then this one dude's got an AR. It's like, oh, all right. I'm not sure where I am in time, but this is interesting.
Ugh, he's straight out of the Resident Evil movie universe. Just hopped over.
Yeah.
So, overall, Sony State of Play,
Garbage.
Yeah, not good.
not good.
Not great.
Not
3
good.
out of 10.
That's been the, second disappointing kind of game showcase we've had this year, right?
Has there been a positive one?
I'm trying to remember how many we've had.
What was the last
I went
negative
2
one?
for 2.
What was the last negative one?
Well, Xbox had their apology press conference.
Yeah, I didn't think their showcase prior to that was bad.
It was
though.
too bad.
The one with Indy?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, Avowed looked bad, but I thought Indy looked cool. I thought the strategy game looked cool. Not that I would play it, but it didn't look bad.
Yeah.
And then they fired everybody that works at
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, thanks for ruining it.
That's right. That was like the same week. Oh my gosh. What an insane. Anyways, yeah. Coming up soon though.
Summer Game Fest.
Summer Game Fest.
Lots of stuff to come. I think, State of Play, Keeley kind of was like, this kicks off, loosely Summer Game Fest. And there will be more Sony stuff. Like, I think we'll get several big announcements this week. I think. Oh, I thought you were holding up one finger. I
No,
didn't realize you were-
My mic cover likes to scoot up.
Oh, I
So
got you.
just push it down. Sorry if you can hear that too.
So, I don't want to go through the whole schedule or anything, but I thought it'd be fun to make some.
Yeah. So
Guesses
Oh, I
as
was
to
gonna
what-
go through it hour by hour.
I think it'd be fun to make some guesses on what we might see.
Is there
or what you're
a,
hopeful for?
Is there like a schedule?
Yeah,
out
if you go to the
already?
website, there's a schedule.
Okay.
Sunday is the big Xbox showcase and Call of Duty Direct or whatever. And then like Devolver has their thing, which is always pretty cool. I don't know.
Devolver.
Did you guys have any predictions?
Why don't you start us off, Tyler? What's your prediction?
I have several, but I'll just give you one here. I think we get the Helldivers to third enemies this week.
Oh.
Side prediction. What are the enemies?
They're called like the... Oh, shoot. It's an alien race. They're called like the... I don't know. They have some name that makes sense in that world.
The aliens.
The aliens. Because they just turned Meriden into a black hole. I don't know.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Something's coming out of that
Something's
thing,
gonna
and I think it's
definitely
going to be the
emerge.
new enemy. What are they called?
Did you write it? Illuminati?
That sounds right. Illuma something.
Illuminate.
It's in the
Illuminate.
chat. I can't read it
Illuminate.
from
Yeah,
here.
you're right.
Yeah, the Illuminate.
Yeah, Baroque's got it right.
Yep, the
It's
Illuminate.
just far enough away that it's hard for us to.
Have they shown them?
They were in the first game,
Oh,
but no, I don't think
boring.
so. Yeah. So we'll see.
It'll be exciting for a whole bunch of new players.
Yeah.
Dude, I want somebody to add to their game like the most classic looking alien. Skinny green
Great.
man that looks like they're in a morph suit with like a upside down teardrop head with big black eyes.
I'm just calling them aliens.
Yeah, and just all the aliens.
So yeah, I think
Make them like invincible though.
They're
They're
like-
just terrifying.
And then they just like chase you and just smack you or something. They just die. Like what? Like get them.
Do you want me to hit my other ones that I predictions / hopefuls?
Sure, yeah.
Or I guess I'll just do predictions and we can do hopefuls. I got Alan Wake Night Springs DLC trailer. I think that's pretty much a shoe-in. I think we'll get a confirmation that Ghost of Tsushima 2 is in development. Because they've said it, but they've not said it out loud.
Yeah.
So I think they'll do that. And then I think we'll get the Gears Phoenix collection announcement for everywhere. Except for the Switch.
This is year 3 or 4 we've been predicting the
Gears collection.
yeah,
I think it's year 3.
3.
You got to be right eventually.
Well, so I
You're not
think
wrong.
part of it is now it's coming to PlayStation, and I wonder if that's why it's been hidden from plain sight for so long.
Yeah.
Because it's been so heavily rumored every year. So it would be more shocking if they came out and were like, "We're not making this,"
Yeah.
than if they were to be like, "Yeah, it's out today." So I don't know. I think
Could be a tax write-off though.
could be.
Just bury it.
Don't
Is Zaslav in that building?
bring up tax write-offs around CEOs. They'll
They'll jump at it.
suck it right up.
They just start foaming at the mouth.
Those are my predictions. Do you guys have any predictions?
I got 2. One is, I think, a shoe-in, and one is depressing.
Okay.
Shoe-in, I think we get the longest ever interview with Hideo Kojima.
Yes.
For
yeah,
which
shoe-in.
game, though?
Doesn't matter.
Just any of them?
Well, it'll be all of them.
That's
And
true,
it'll,
yeah.
we'll probably add another one onto it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm making Death Stranding 2, I'm making this movie, and the tie-in game, and I've also, and the game with Jordan Peele, and I've also like to announce
That I'm doing another Metal Gear game.
I'm making a Metal Gear movie with Tom Burke.
I've also become friends with Konami again.
I've seen Furiosa 18 times now.
George Miller is going to make
Anya
my
Taylor-Joy is going to be in all of my games.
Look, I've got George Miller's cell phone number right here.
He's going to be the next... he's in my next Death Stranding game now.
He already is.
George Miller is?
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Oh.
I'm pretty
course
sure
he
he was in
is.
the trailer.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
great. I thought that was just Guillermo.
No. I'm actually going to pull up the trailer right now and watch it in
confirm.
silence. And
What's your other one?
my other one is we get 3 massive layoffs before Summer Game Fest is over.
Good news, I got one to talk about later. Hey, yo! So you're halfway home.
I think Tyler, you tell me, what has been revealed for the next Division game at this point?
Just that Garrity's going to be the game director for it, and that he's building his team.
I think...
And he's finishing Star Wars Outlaws before he does
before
anything
he even
Division.
does anything over
Yep.
there?
Yep. So I don't know that anything... Unless... The only thing I could see them announcing or showing would be key art. Just to say, like, hey, here's where we're doing it.
Yeah, I was going to say almost even like just a placeholder title and...
Yeah, I mean...
And some key art.
Because the announcement for it was like...
I was thinking like Elder Scrolls 6-esque type of a thing.
I think that's a good prediction. I don't think it'll happen, but I think it's a good prediction.
I just feel like
I'd be really happy.
Canceling Heartland, like
yeah,
I think Division.
That's true.
I think Division needs a little bit of like a positive.
Well, and they did say they're going to announce
PR
a lot
stuff.
of what Year 6 of Division 2 is going to be.
Okay,
like, they're going to have a Division specific thing at the Ubisoft Forward.
Good.
So
okay.
maybe that's not horrible. I like it. I'd be here for. I mean, I'm here for it.
I'm just hoping for something, right? Like, and then. It's weird time. I feel like Summer Game Fest has been weird the last 2 years with Halo, as well.
Yeah.
Like they just dropped a new operation this week.
Dude, the armor from that one is sick.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, but they've all but said that they're not doing anything with Infinite past operations and making sure multiplayer is still working. I think it's probably, unless they pull a fast one and someone somewhere has been working on like a Halo Wars 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be maybe a hope. I'm not confident enough to say it's a prediction. I would love if they like, hey, non-mainline Halo game. I don't care what it is, ODST 2 or Halo Wars 3 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, give us another Spartan Assault-esque game.
Twin stick shooter?
Yeah.
There he is. George Miller.
Oh, wow.
I told you.
But much like so many other things in Xbox's world of... Luke's going to show you the George Miller
You couldn't see it.
screenshot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Doesn't surprise me. Halo could use some positive PR. I'm just not sure what they have at the moment that they could possibly show, because they're not talking about they're not talking about the next game yet.
What did we ever find out what Certain Affinity was doing? I know it didn't. They canceled it.
They can't. Yeah, essentially.
But can they reuse any of those assets for anything? You think?
I don't know.
Or do you think they just dumped them into Forge?
They may have dumped them into Forge. I could see that being part of the latest Forge update, actually. The rumor was always Certain Affinity was working on the Battle Royale version.
Mm-hmm.
But
Are they going to add hero characters?
might as
You're
well.
gonna release a hero shooter in the Halo universe? Hey, at least you wouldn't have to.
Sergeant Johnson.
At least you wouldn't have to give me a ton of backstory.
Yeah.
I'd know most of them.
This is true.
Okay. Do you have any like hopes? Any hopefuls?
No. Oh, in Summer Game Fest?
Yeah. It's okay.
Comedy.
Fake laugh, hiding real pain.
Fake laugh, hiding real pain.
Still the best line from Deadpool. It's the only line that just always will be relevant.
Metroid Prime 4. Is Nintendo going to be there?
No.
They might do their own thing. Still
They
count?
probably will announce some sort of thing next week or something. They usually do around the time everybody is buzzing.
Anthem 2.
I
I have a prediction. Somebody's gonna scoop it up. It can happen. It's probably a 0.01% chance.
When is...
But it's not 0.
It's not 0.
Here's a maybe not hopeful. I'm going to go back to a prediction. I wonder if we get a... It's not They
I'll
don't
throw
have
in another prediction too since you're doing it.
a Star Wars Outlaw trailer.
Oh, for sure.
That's a pretty safe one.
Yeah. Maybe
But-
they'll announce that they're not going to hide everything behind a
Yeah.
$120 version.
Prediction: it's actually $200.
Yeah. We've announced a $200 version. What?
Wait a second.
And this one's kind of I feel like a long shot, but still a prediction. It was announced Toys for Bob. It's going to work with Xbox.
That's right.
My thought is that's Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, yeah.
So I think there's if you're not, Toys for Bob did the Spyro Reignited trilogy remake. They live in that 3D platformer world. I could definitely see them making Banjo-Kazooie. Hopefuls, man, you really threw a wrench in there with Division 3. I think that'd be really cool to see. I think Gear 6 is going to be my hopeful for every gaming event until it's announced. But truthfully, I'd love, my biggest hopeful would definitely be the EA Sports College Football Dynasty Deep Dive, just diving into what the Dynasty mode will entail. That would be my biggest hope.
Prediction: it's not gonna happen. There's a 0% chance of this happening. We get something from Marathon, another trailer. It's too close. It's too close to
Final shape.
Final Shape release.
When is Summer Games Fest actually?
It's Friday.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Friday.
There's a
they
good
like,
chance
they'll
they'll be riding good buzz.
From
You're
Final
not wrong.
And so it's, hey, Bungie just
knocked it out of the park.
did this
Check
great
this
thing.
out.
Here's Marathon. And also it's, hey, here's Bungie's next game. Also, by the way, did you know we just finished this huge, it's double marketing.
You're not wrong. So
So
maybe
there's a chance.
maybe a non-zero chance. All right.
Plus, I mean, last year they did Final Shape and Marathon. Wasn't that Summer Game Fest? Or was that a PlayStation
no,
showcase?
well they did their own live stream for Lightfall.
No, it was the,
I think that was a state of play.
I don't know what it was, but it was in the summer. They had the trailer with Cade around the fire and then the Marathon trailer
You're
right
right.
after.
You're right. They
And,
did.
and that Marathon trailer is still like one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Now, does what they actually make live up to that?
Now they're gonna be like hero characters. We fired our guy right after this, or he left, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Now the guy from Valorant's running it.
Here's my last prediction.
Okay.
Arcane Season 2 trailer. Maybe even a Sonic 3 trailer.
We got a poster this week.
Yeah.
Arcane is a safe bet, I think.
I think Sonic is too, because
think
they've
that's
announced the
those are-
trailer's ready.
Those are both good
So
bets.
I think those will probably happen as well.
Yeah. Yeah. There any other gaming like
Here-
Last of Us won't be
No,
they
they
won't
won't be
show
there.
anything there.
Here's a out there prediction. I think they'll also announce another Cyberpunk anime,
Ooh,
or like a Edge Runners season 2.
that'd be
I'd
cool.
be down for that.
Do we see anything from The Witcher, you think? Think it's still too early?
Game?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's too early. If anything, it would be a
for the show, maybe.
Elder Scrolls 6 announcement trailer, like they did, where it's like, hey,
yeah.
look at the land.
Yeah.
Just
Elder
giving
Scrolls 6.
just giving Project Polaris a title,
Look
basically.
at the land.
Mhm.
The Witcher.
Will we see Elder Scrolls 6
Or-
this week?
No.
On Sunday.
They have to release their They have to show their DLC
Starfield.
for Starfield first.
For Xbox,
They've got to release the major update for Starfield first.
Yeah. Yeah.
They need to release City Maps for Starfield.
They already did that.
They did?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They did that in May.
Came and went. Didn't even know.
Yeah, they announced a bunch of stuff. Or they did a bunch of stuff in May for it.
Can you finally eat food?
Oh no! You
Yeah,
know what?
I
You
think
know
so,
what
yeah.
we have absolutely glossed over.
What?
Whatever No Man's Sky's next DLC is gonna be. Those guys put out a new DLC every year.
Are
That's
they
true,
doing-
but they're making Earth.
Yeah, they're making another game.
I know
now.
that's
We're gonna make a new
like
map.
that would stop
Earth.
them.
We'll probably see that game.
That's a good. I wouldn't mind that.
What was that game called? Something about fire.
Yeah.
No Man's Fire.
No Man's Fire.
No Man's Fire on
No,
a dragon.
that's not right. Fire.
Firebound.
Fire no more. Fire. Or eat this fire.
Light no fire.
Dang it. Thought it was-
None of us were really close.
4 days ago, the next No Man's Sky update makes the game lonelier. The update is called Adrift.
Oh.
Leaves you completely alone in its universe. Oh! Yeah, so the next game is Light No Fire from Hello Games.
Light no fire.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Yeah, we'll probably get something from them.
sounds like a Jesus Culture.
We
song.
wanted to make a new map. It's called Earth. I'll never forget. That was like the goofiest thing, but I thought it was so cool.
Ubisoft has their own like
Ubisoft
thing.
Forward.
So
You'll probably
more
get some-
Assassin's Creed stuff.
Yeah, probably. You'll get some stuff about X Defiant in their
Yeah.
first season that's coming up in like 3 or 4
Are
weeks.
they still doing any of those weird like Pikmin crossover games?
Oh, the
Mario
Rabbids
things.
I don't know.
Feel like it's been a minute.
What
since
happened to
we
the
heard
Crew
anything.
Motorfest? They always have something for that game. The Crew. That I don't think anybody plays, but.
They keep making them. Somebody must be playing.
Fable?
I think Fable will get shown Sunday.
Oh, maybe they'll finally show something good. Ooh,
at
got
the
'em.
Xbox thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll definitely have.
I
something
dare him
for
to show
Fable.
gameplay.
I wonder how far out that game is, man.
I don't.
March 2025.
I don't think that'd be a bad window for it.
No.
I think that'd be
It'd
good.
be a good window for it. It's just, is that realistic?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
It's
that
so hard because
team.
they've not shown anything.
That team, I have complete faith in them making a very awesome world.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to how long it's taking them to build all the mechanics into the world.
I mean, their games are Forza Horizon.
They're racing games.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's why I think like
It's gonna look
whatever
great,
whatever
yeah.
place they make, it will be awesome. It's just okay.
Will it be fun to play?
Will it be? Is the gameplay loop right? How does it feel? Because you're not driving around in a car at 60 miles an hour. You're
60 in Horizon? Dog, I'm going
I
like
don't-
180.
150 miles an hour. My bad.
I follow the rules of the road unless I'm racing.
Yeah. That'd be a really fun way to play in online lobbies. It's like you just strictly follow the rules of the highway.
I'm not gonna lie. You think I'm joking, but I do that. Like I'm not going 35 or whatever, but I do slow it down quite
just
a bit
cruise and look
just
around.
just cruise next to the ocean and listen to the classical radio station.
That's awesome.
And then if the song is good enough, you crank it up. It's like,
Yeah.
all right,
I can drive into this.
I think I can move
Tyler.
up to 201.
Did I feel like you played the Watchdog games?
I did play Watch
Are those
Dogs
dead?
Legion.
Are those
I think Watch Dogs is done, yeah.
okay?
Legion's pretty cool, though. It was a crazy, ambitious game.
Yeah,
You can play as anybody. Like, you can recruit anybody in the world
That's
to your
right.
crew. Yeah.
that's right.
It's fun, though. Like, I didn't think it was bad. I think Watch Dogs 1 will forever be the peak of that franchise, but
I want to see more
We're good.
from that clock game.
Clockwork Revolution,
Yeah,
I think you get that on Sunday, too.
that's far away.
Do we... I think the weird ones, like Bioshock, I guess, has another game that's been in development for years. That Judas game
Oh, from
may be shown.
yeah,
I don't know.
AKA Bioshock Space.
Yeah, Bioshock futuristic version.
the Ken Levine.
Bioshock Advanced Warfare.
You have Bioshock Space, you have Bioshock, and then you have Clockwork Revolution, which is Bioshock Time Travel. They're all kind of that weird, that similar aesthetic.
Yeah.
Clockwork Revolution, though, is steampunk, which will be cool.
Oh.
What was that other game from their showcase?
The Xbox one?
Yeah,
That
it's the C-
Voodoo game?
Yeah, the CG trailer.
I can't
Oh
remember.
yeah.
I hope that gets
That
shown,
dude
though.
was playing that guitar, and I was like,
Yeah, I hope that gets shown.
Was that
think-
was that a vampire game?
No. The vampire game would be Blade.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah.
Does
that
the
was announced.
game or movie for Blade come out first?
that movie's never coming out.
Ugh.
Yeah, probably not.
I'd like to see gameplay from the Captain America Black Panther game.
Dude, that would be so sick.
Ooh.
And I'm just,
That would be next because they've done the CG trailer.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it out now, and I know most people even say this, so it's nothing bold. If it's not gameplay, I don't care.
Mm.
Especially if I've seen it before.
For like the whole weekend, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's the first time I've ever heard about a game,
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're just announcing it, why not? Right.
yeah. But like, no, if you've put out multiple stuff,
Yeah, like if Assassin's Creed Shadows shows up with another CG trailer, it's like,
it's
what
like,
are we doing?
congratulations,
now?
I've become
Yeah.
even more disinterested in your product. Thank you.
Yeah.
Come again next year.
True.
Yeah, man, if they show the Captain America Black Panther game, that'd be awesome. That'd be good for EA. I think you might see the new Dragon Age too.
Oh, yeah.
Sports.
Yeah, that's
It's
my
a
biggest
game.
hopeful, man. I hope they do the Dynasty deep dive this week because it's Game Fest.
I hope they get 2 celebrities to
Oh,
play.
that was a trailer. We got the gameplay for college football. We didn't even talk about that. I forgot.
Didn't we talk about that last week?
Was the deep dive? The deep dive was last Tuesday.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh,
know-
not
I
the
didn't
deep
even know
dive.
there was a deep dive.
It was great. Big thumbs up for me.
I want them for you. This is for you. I want this for you. I want 2 celebrities to play each other in EA Sports College Football.
Like a full game.
A full 48.
I would watch the whole thing.
Or how long is a football game?
Well, a full game
full
would be this 15-minute
60.
quarters. Yeah, so
So,
60 minutes. That would
A
take
full
so
40
long.
game. A full 40 game. 10-minute quarters.
Jeez.
Let's do it.
That
I mean,
would-
you skip halftime.
Yeah, you
It's
do
not
skip
as
halftime.
long as a real football game.
For reference, I play 8-minute quarters, so it wouldn't be that much
Okay,
longer.
for the sake of the event, 5-minute quarters.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be so sick.
Like, let's get Kevin Hart. Let's get Kevin Hart and The Rock to play each other in EA College Football.
I would say get like Reggie Bush and who's another? Caleb Williams to come out and play. 2 USC guys.
No, I don't-
Because it's in LA.
Ah.
And it's college football.
Oh, it's in LA. Kevin Hart and The Rock. It'll be hilarious. They hate each other and love each other. And
Yeah,
Rock will
that's
probably piss into bottles. or
He'd show up
something.
late. Yeah, he'd show up late and miss the game. He'd show up at halftime.
Well, I'm assuming it's already recorded.
Oh, yeah.
Pre-recording.
I gotcha. He was late to that, too.
Yeah.
Well,
It's going to be the running
how about,
gag for the next, like, 2 years.
Rebecca Ferguson versus whoever was
Yelled
a
at.
dick to her.
Yes. I'm here for it.
Ugh.
Here for it.
so what other news do we got?
Well, I kind of teased it earlier, but Avalanche, the studio behind the Just Cause games, closed 2 of its studios this week. They closed their New York studio and Montreal studio. So there's your 2 of your 3 layoffs. And they're all under one umbrella, but
Well, we'll count him as one
yeah, count them as one.
because I predicted it today.
Yep.
2
So-
more.
Well, that's at the same time as the Just Cause movie is moving forward, right?
They're making a movie?
Yeah,
Why?
they got a director and everything. Hold on. I just saw this news.
Why are
Is
they
it-
making it?
is it
Just cuz?
Get out. Is it Wame Colette Sarah?
Oh no. Is The Rock in it?
Hold on.
Is Pedro Pascal in it?
No, it's the Blue Beetle director.
Oh.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, actually, now I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
So Zillow's gonna be in it, right?
with
Solo.
Oh, probably.
David Leitch is producing.
Oh.
You have my attention.
Yeah, and I'm okay.
You have my attention. Still not fully on board yet.
Dude, those
but I'm
games are
listening.
bonkers.
Never played.
Those games are insane.
They are
They're
insane.
action-packed insanity. Like driving dirt
it
bikes
sounds
through
like a good
tornadoes.
duo.
Yeah, it does.
To me, like that's like a great someone who knows how to do action and stunts, and then with a
What a time to be alive. That
They should have just gotten
'cause-
George Miller to make it.
Yeah.
And just called it Mad Max. Mad Max, we can make tornadoes.
Fair enough.
It's a horrible title, but it works because it's Mad Max and it's weird.
It'll make sense by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna make a tornado.
I have one more gaming story.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Kena Bridge of Spirits was announced for Xbox. So a PlayStation exclusive is crossing the picket line.
Yep.
They were.
But they're not Xbox, so it's okay. We won't talk about it.
Were they writing or something?
Striking?
Striking?
No, it's just, how people flipped out when Xbox was like, we're going to put...
Wait.
we're gonna put games on PlayStation. Everybody's like, oh, Xbox is failing. Bleh." And then Sony's like, we're gonna put this game on Xbox. Everybody's like, yeah. It's like, all right.
Yeah, Xbox sucks.
Boo, Xbox.
Ooh.
Boo. Kina's a great game. You should check it out.
Other gaming things?
I've no gaming things. I only have 2 stories.
Well, they
right
had
now.
the gameplay deep dive for EA Sports College Football, and
And you were drooling the whole time.
I was pretty fired up. They discussed like some of the new mechanics in it. It is definitely not Madden. It is very different. It looks different. They changed the way passing works. Like it's all new there. They added like
They don't throw it anymore.
no. They added like the ability to control how much velocity you put on the ball
Whoa.
in a way with like a meter, and I thought it was going to be really disruptive when they announced it, but then they showed it and I was like, actually that's kind of awesome. So you can control touch versus bullet passes and stuff a little better.
It's motion controlled like the
Oh.
the Wii remote. You actually have to throw your controller across the room.
I was gonna say that's
My TV
they've got
would
those
be
like
so destroyed.
they've got those like haptic triggers on the PlayStation,
Yeah.
like light taps versus a strong pull.
Dude, that gives me flashbacks to Returnal. That's how Returnal is. Every gun has 2 firing modes, and you have to half pull versus full pull. And
Oh,
it's rough.
crazy.
And they have different tensions. That's kind of cool. But no, gameplay looks great. I am very excited for it. One of the first teams they showed, which was kind of surprising, was KU. I was like,
Oh,
wow, KU is getting some love.
We're back, baby.
Um,
I guess.
so, yeah, no, very excited. I hate that I'm going to be out of town, but I'm excited to be out of town because I'm going to be spending time with some friends. So
absolutely.
But you're getting it early.
I'm going to get it early, and I'm going to take an extra day off of work when I get back so I can just...
Oh.
Nice. Just sink into it.
I'm just not going to sleep for like 3 days, I think.
Just melt into the gaming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have lots of producer things for you to do over those 3 days, and we're just gonna see what happens.
I would probably do them while playing, honestly. Oh, it's halftime. I can get something done real quick.
So last
Did you
week
pause it during halftime?
we
Just
got
let the halftime show
the
run. It's like 5
announcement that Knives Out 3
Yeah.
is gonna be called Wake Up Dead Man.
Yep.
And between then and now, about 15 million people have been cast.
Are we in it?
Somehow, yeah.
Nice.
That's what we're actually here to announce tonight. Is we are starring as the first murders. We're the first ones they find dead. Oh, that's probably too much of a spoiler. My bad. No,
They're just going to kill us.
I'm just gonna read off the cast list because this is insane. Glenn Close, Josh Brolin, Jeremy Renner, Kerry Washington, Mila Kunis, Josh O'Connor, Andrew Scott, Kaylee Spaney, and Daryl McCormack, and obviously Daniel Craig.
Wow.
Holy crap!
For a while, it was pretty much confirmed that Jeremy Renner was the killer, but then Josh Brolin was also cast. So it's one of them.
My money's on Mila Kunis as the killer.
If you don't know the joke,
I don't know. Andrew Scott's pretty.
do you guys know the joke and the
Oh,
trend?
yeah.
Whoever headlines a Marvel project is always the killer.
Oh.
Also, it's very funny and ironic, and maybe partly sad because it was a real situation. But Jeremy Renner was like dead.
Yeah, he almost died.
And the
Right.
movie's called Wake Up
Dead
Dead Man.
Man.
Oh.
He's also a character already in Knives Out 2. He has a hot sauce brand.
He does, doesn't he? Wait, that is Jeremy Renner.
So is he playing himself?
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I hope so.
Dude, that'd be fun.
That'd be funny.
If he's playing himself, 99% sure he's actually the killer. Like Jeremy Renner is going to kill somebody.
With a snowplow? Sorry. That was... Sorry. That was bad.
It's okay. You made me laugh. Ellie Fanning is going to star in the new Predator movie.
Ellie?
L?
Is it not Ellie?
No, it's just
L.
L.
Goes to show you I've never seen an interview with her.
L Fanning.
Elle Fanning. Okay, great.
I'm excited for that, but I'm more excited for Prey 2.
Is Prey 2 officially happening?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, because they were like announced simultaneously.
Is it the same dude doing all of them?
No.
No,
Which one's Trachtenberg doing?
I think
the
he's
Elle
doing-
Fanning one.
The Elle Fanning one? Okay.
yeah, but he's still producing.
He's producing, yeah.
The other one.
Prey
Yeah.
And
was
the-
dope. I kinda wanna
The
watch
new
Prey
one, I
now.
think, is like in the future, which is it's not as fun.
No.
Definitely not.
But it could be.
Other.
I mean,
other
the
news?
best pitch I've heard for the next Predator movie is to have the Predator show up during the Planet of the Apes stuff going on, and Caesar has to fight
Has to
it.
deal with him.
Or the Predator shows up during the filming of the Muppets movie.
Oh, let's go!
So we can get the Muppets involved with the Predator. Now we're talking.
I can't
They just
believe
get the Predator's tech, and they're like
the-
fighting back. Oh, that'd be so sick.
I'm just picturing like Gonzo getting blasted by the cannon shoulder, and then Kermit just running away and going, "Wah!"
Dude.
It's like,
I am here
Just
for
fur
this.
going, like feathers going everywhere when they get hit.
but they're Muppets, so none of them will die. So they'll just be like, "Ow, that was crazy."
It ends with the curtain coming up. You're like, what?
What happens when the Predator has to rip out their skull? Does he just like take out stuffing? It's just like,
No, he pulls it by the
marionette
marionette
strings.
strings. He just pulls it and the head pops off. That was fun. This is the movie we need to make.
Yeah,
The Muppets can fix any movie.
I do think that there should be more Muppet movies.
Yeah, they stopped making them for some reason.
I'm gonna blame Zaslav for it.
I'm gonna blame Jason Segel
Why?
because he was in the last one.
Oh.
Okay. I'm on board.
Or no, there was another one after. I don't know if he's in it. Tina Fey was in it.
We'll blame her.
Sure, I'm fine with blaming Tina Fey. She's successful enough and rich enough that I think she can take it.
She can handle it.
Absolutely.
What else you got?
I was gonna ask you guys what else you guys have, news story wise.
There was an announcement about who's finally joining the Rings of Power universe.
Oh yeah.
And I think Brett is very excited about.
Tom Bombadil.
I'm glad you said his name because I don't know. I have Tom Baby Dill written. Look how I wrote that.
Yeah, we got I think it was
Tom
Variety
Bombadil.
had
No,
some
Tom Babby
Babby
Dill.
Dill.
Babby Dill had
Babby Dill
some,
pickle.
kind of an exclusive first look, and the showrunners and the actor talked about Tom Bombadil and what they were trying to do with him, what they felt like how he was represented in the, Lord of the Rings and other materials, and then how do you adapt that into and use it in the show? All very promising, actually, in terms of
Yeah.
like, okay,
And it's Roy Keener,
yeah.
who's great.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. That takes Tom Bombadil off of the potential people that the stranger
the
can
stranger
be.
is.
Or
Oh, yeah, it's all
it's
he's talking to himself in a dream in all those photos.
it's actually Sauron.
Oh.
Dude, crazy thought. It's Frodo.
It's Frodo. It's actually Frodo. Yeah. So yeah, no, I think that's a really interesting addition. Everything I've seen for season 2 thus far.
I'm excited.
Gets me excited. More
Yeah.
and more excited.
I'm
Coming off
excited.
of for me, I know you both really liked season 1. A kind of middle of the road season
No
1
high
for
five
me.
for you.
Yeah.
I would
No
say it's
high
middle of the
five.
road. It had its moments. It
Middle of the
also-
road doesn't get you a high five,
That's
Brett.
fine.
Sorry.
I don't want your high fives.
Middle of the road is the
you
same
don't
road as the
deserve
hater
to touch
road.
my sweaty palms.
Nope. Don't want to.
Are they sweaty?
They can be. Just gotta.
You're just trying to create some friction right now.
Yeah. Let me do 5 push-ups. Hold on.
Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi does in Karate Kid.
Gets me
And then he heals you.
excited for season 2.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I needed nothing though, so
Yeah, it didn't take much.
the producers breathed, and I was like, I'm excited.
They're like, here's a picture of a slate.
Went and got my morning Starbucks. Ooh, read the bar season 2. I have that. I'm done.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
have
out
any
of news.
Great. All right.
We could hit our weekly updates.
Yeah. What'd you guys do this week?
Played a lot of Destiny. Having to finish a lot of things, well, as much as I can before Final Shape comes out tomorrow. I also watched the 10-hour lore by video.
Hey, I did too, man. I did too.
Like, honestly, it is an incredible video. It's so well made.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I know I'm a huge fanboy of Destiny. So, like, there wasn't really a chance I'd be like, oh, this is boring. Like, I'm fascinated by its lore. But Bife is so good at giving it to you and making it understandable because there's so much going on.
There's so much. It's all from these different places. None of it, very little of it is presented kind of linearly, narratively in game.
Yeah.
And he does a really good job. He and his team do a really good job of providing a, and 10 hours is not necessarily concise, but ultimately a concise narrative
There's
in
like-
which it all makes sense.
There's like 20 chapters. There's 2 intermissions. Like, it's... You can really just pause it at any point. So if you're a Destiny player and
Yeah.
we're like, man, I don't want to watch a 10-hour video.
And if you were someone like me who played a lot of Destiny 1 and a lot of Destiny 2 up to the last year, you can skip a good amount. Like, I watched specifically the first 3 or 4 sections because it talked about Rolk and some of the like stuff that I like, those raid things, the first disciple and the witness stuff that I didn't get a lot of at the end of my time with Destiny. And then, you know, the last year worth of story with Lightfall and those seasons. Although even some of the seasonal stuff that I was there for in Witch Queen, I went back and I watched that. But I kind of watch it in chunks. And it was like, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here, 40 minutes here. And yeah, it's really well put together.
Just another reminder that there should be a Destiny TV show.
Yeah.
Like, just literally base it on anything that's before Destiny 1.
Yeah.
That's like 4 hours of the video.
Yeah.
So, there's plenty of stuff. And Bife isn't including everything either, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, this is just like, need to know.
Well, there's so much individual lore that goes with things like weapons and armor pieces. And a lot of that ties into the greater stories that he's talking about, but
It's
That's
not.
so sick.
there's
It's the
like
most relevant thing for what are we
Right,
doing?
there's, like,
what are we doing and why?
the last word and Thorn and like that whole thing is
Yeah.
its own. Like, I think they did a video on that
I
like
think it's like an hour and a half.
4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
But it's like an hour and a half itself, right?
Yeah.
And so there are all these little deep dives you can do, but
Yeah, it's.
I can't imagine the undertaking that was making that.
Oh yeah,
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good for him and his crew, his group.
yeah.
That's really cool.
it's crazy too. Cause like I watched the whole thing and then I've been watching a streamer watch it too, just so I can see their reaction because it's hilarious. Yeah, it's been awesome. The other thing that I did, I watched Godzilla -1 on Netflix.
Heck yes.
I had a kid.
Can I get a high five for that?
No, I'll give you a fist bump though.
Okay. I'll take it.
That movie is so awesome.
So good.
It was really even better than I remembered it. Like, I even had it built up in my mind, like, oh yeah, this movie's great. I can't wait to watch it again. And like, it finished, and I'm just like, this is the coolest movie ever.
Dude, it's so good.
And I still stand by what I wrote on my Letterboxd, that the third act of that movie is perfect. Like, I just can't really find a fault with it.
Yeah.
Like, the moment after Ginza attack on, it might be even more than the third act. It's just
Yeah.
like, just do your thing, man. I don't have any complaints. This is perfect.
No notes.
Yeah, that movie's incredible. More people need to watch it.
Agreed.
Now I just need it on 4K.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It did get U.S. distribution stuff locked up, so I just don't know when. But...
Oh, it was annoying though, and I didn't realize it at first. It started off in English.
Oh.
Oh, it defaults to
Garbage.
Yeah.
Get that
It defaults
Dude, that's
to
crap out of
lame.
here. I want
Boo!
Japanese words in my ears
And English words on
I
your
do
eyes.
just think
and
it-
English words on my eyes. Yeah,
it hits more emotionally too. I don't know why.
because this
I mean, I know why.
I 100%. Okay, then I don't need to defend it. It's because their words match what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like the words match the emotion.
Yeah.
As opposed to
Inflection is so important.
we need to go over there. It's like,
Well, but I don't think
what am I
there's a
doing?
lot of dubs that are good
Mhm.
and that match tone, but I think it is something with this is the actor doing
Yeah, the
the
performance.
performance.
And the performances in that are so good.
Yeah.
I
that
think-
you don't want to lose any of it.
For me, I think dub only really works in animation
It works best there for sure.
Yeah.
because the
I'll agree
mouth
with that.
doesn't ever match anyway.
Yeah.
Unless
True.
it's like Disney Pixar where they're putting the most minute detail in anything, but like
Yeah.
Boy in the Heron.
Oh yeah.
Like, no, they're not doing every phonetical motion of the mouth.
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
I can quickly go through my list of two things. One. So
While there, Luke, it's been there the entire time.
you guys remember Multiversus, and then it went offline, and then it
Yes.
came back this week.
Yeah, the game sucks.
I played 2 matches and uninstalled it.
Oof.
It's somehow worse than it was in the beta.
Oh no.
Wow, so as a person that really did not
Oh,
like
dude,
it,
it's so bad. Because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed its beta. I thought it was pretty fun, but it's bad. It lags really bad. It's an Unreal 5, and it just doesn't run well.
Ugh.
They added a single-player mode. It's just not fun. I don't know. I uninstalled it pretty quickly.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, and I even got the Battle Pass for free, and I was like,
No.
what's in the
Not
battle
worth my
pass?
time.
some characters, skins, things like that.
Oh,
Pretty
full
standard
Did
characters?
they actually put characters in there? Wow.
Like Jason Voorhees is in there.
Dude, he's huge. Whoever went with that character choice is an interesting one.
Yeah. And then the other thing I did, which was great, is I beat Hellblade 1
Great game.
and started
Nice.
Hellblade 2.
Great game.
Nice.
Hellblade 1 is great. Highly recommend it. I don't think it's for everybody. I give it a strong fanboy worthy. Definitely not for everybody.
How long did you fight Hella
Um,
at the end?
so I was gonna ask about that. Like the camera was all weird for me. Like it's like facing me. So I didn't survive very long because I couldn't see anybody. I don't know if they updated that or what. But like I was looking
Maybe,
at
I don't know.
the front of my character, and so I had to do everything backwards. I think they did it so people wouldn't fight forever.
I fought for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
think
I'm
they-
gonna beat this boss.
I did not fight that one.
Finally caught on. All the Furies were like, stop fighting! Stop
Yeah.
fighting! I was like, I'm never.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to stop.
Yeah. It
Never
was.
gonna keep-
I like after I beat it, I saw some people being like, "Man, I did that fight for like 4 hours." It's like, why? I would have at that point I would have just paused it and been like, "What am I doing?
Yeah,
Like, I need to
yeah.
look this up."
Dude, I was slaying.
But no, I was very kind of the camera changed. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's an update or what, but it was super weird. Like I was all turned around and I
Yeah.
couldn't see who was attacking me.
Could be a skill issue.
I was going maybe. I was going based on the Furies telling me like behind you, and so then I dodge or parry
Right.
or whatever. It was I don't know. It was weird, but good game. And then I started Hellblade 2, and it is by far the prettiest game I've ever played.
Dude, it looks
It's not.
so
It's
good.
not close. Like it's not even close. There's
Oh.
Yeah.
there's nothing out there that looks this good.
It's insane how
And if there
good
is,
it
please
looks.
point me in that direction on console. The combat feels a lot better. I actually think the combat's harder, and I think that's a compliment to it.
Yeah.
Well, I think they had to make it harder since you don't have permadeath.
Yeah, and I mean, the fake permadeath or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
The
in,
rot.
Yeah, that like people tested and you can die. they never actually kill you. It's I think it's so funny that they did that. It's like one of the most legendary troll moves ever. But it did create a tension in the first game where you're like playing and you're like, oh man, I can't die.
Although, I don't know how far you are, but Rot is in the second game.
I'm not very far.
Okay.
I am still on that first
The beach.
the beach, I guess is what you would call it. Yeah. But the fighting is way more cinematic, and
Dude, it looks so cool.
it looks very cool. And I think part of what makes the fighting more difficult is, I think sometimes the game's just not gonna let you be successful at what you're trying to do, like on purpose. Because it feels a little weird. Because I'm like, man, that should have been a parry, and it doesn't.
Maybe
parry.
that's what the dynamic difficulty is.
Could be. I don't know. Because like I never really got hit in the first game. In this one, I got hit so many times right away, and I was like, man, what am I doing wrong? But great so far. Really excited to keep playing it.
Great game.
Yeah. Really, really impressed with it graphically. There's just nothing like it. It's crazy.
Do you let your children watch you play it?
No. So admittedly, the way I beat Hellblade 1 is I was getting up on days I don't go to the gym at 5 to play it.
Just playing in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that way I could play it with my headphones on and not, have any issues there.
Yeah.
So
Sounds
that's
good.
why it took me forever to beat it. My total playtime is like 9 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Dude, and you probably won't have this issue that I had, but like when I first started up Hellblade 2, the soundscape of the game, like just how it's designed with the Furies around you, it like was making me feel weird. I had to really get used to it.
yeah, it's an adjustment.
Yeah, I imagine you're kind of used to it.
I was
because
gonna
you
say,
played
I
the
think
first one,
going
but,
from the first one right into the second one, it
Yeah.
kind of made it a little more digestible.
like
but yeah,
for like the entire beach area, I was like, man,
yeah, it's
I'm like feeling kind of woozy.
it's a little discombobulated.
These
for
ladies behind
sure.
me going, go, go, go. It's
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. Well, and then you have the thing that feels like it's in front of you, and like the enemies are yelling at you, and you have the Furies behind you, and you're like, yeah, this is a lot. But no,
You
it's
disembowel a character, and you're like,
yeah, yeah. The first time I was like, boom, boom, slit throat, and I was like, oh, because in
Yeah,
the first game you're not fighting humans.
yeah. This
Really?
one you're fighting Vikings.
Dude, yeah, you're fighting Vikings, so you're like, oh,
Although you still do fight
the Northmen,
the
dudes or whatever.
antler boys.
Yeah, the Northmen.
Very cool. I definitely need to get on that second one at some point. But this week I played a little bit of the new season of Apex Legends. I think I may have mentioned maybe a week or two ago. I don't remember even how long it's been out. But my one complaint that I have right now is that they got rid of duos.
Oh,
And
for solos?
yeah,
That's dumb.
and not a fan.
You got to take away things and give them back to make it feel like it's a new feature.
Just have all three.
Yeah, I agree.
Just
We
have all
must have
three.
learned that from Destiny.
I played a decent amount of Destiny 2 with Luke, and by myself on Sunday, and mostly Sunday, I guess, because today's Monday, and I didn't get to play it today.
What?
Yeah, so, but a little bit over the weekend, kind of got me back into it after watching Bias video, so I might get the final shape, I don't know yet. I'm leaning that way, though. I don't know, we'll see.
I'm not gonna pressure you.
Also watched Godzilla Minus
I'm
One,
not gonna say
amazing, love it.
So good. Kinda wanna
And
watch
then
it
I
again.
started Outer Range Season 2,
Nice.
Yes.
so...
Yes.
It took me a hot minute to get back. Like
to remember everybody.
the recap was not good enough.
I
The recap was like, okay, yeah, those were like the big events that just happened with Josh Brolin's character. I could not remember who the heck anyone was.
What is his name in that show?
Uh,
Is it some of the A?
Roland
no, but it is like a one. It's like a one word, like Ranger or something. It's
Rickard.
Why do I feel like it's like Admiral?
Abbott. Abbott is his last name. Abbott.
His name's Royal.
Royal
Abbott.
Royal.
It's like I kept thinking Admiral for some reason,
Yeah.
but
When I watched it, I thought like I was probably 10 minutes in, and they're showing one of the like bad guy brothers. Luke.
Yeah.
His name's Luke, but I
Yep.
was like, I don't remember any of these family members, and I was like, should I just go watch a long YouTube video to remember? But I didn't. I just like it all kind of came back.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, now I remember what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, I had
Like
even
I totally
forgotten-
forgot the girl was kidnapped
I
by her
forgot
mom.
that. Yes, Emily, Ashley, the girl,
The daughter.
the daughter,
Yeah.
and I remember that being a big thing at the end of the season, and I couldn't
who's she
remember.
kidnapped by?
Her mom at the rodeo.
I couldn't remember why. Like I was like, has she been missing this whole season? But then it was like all of a sudden it was like two, like of a like oh this happened right now, and I mean you get there, but yeah, enjoying it so far.
Dude, it's so good.
So
I really need a season 3 of that. And I'd totally be fine if it's like, this is the final season of Outer Range.
yeah,
Like, let's wrap it up.
let's wrap it up.
Let's not get too overboard.
Well, cool. Yeah. Good show.
Good show, guys.
Good show, guys.
job.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out with us. I do not. I think we will be off next week. So
You're at camp.
I will be out of town. Yes. So July. What is that? June
10th.
17th. We'll be back.
Gia.
So look for us in 2 weeks. Until then, enjoy your summer.
2 of them.
We will see you then.
Goodbye.